Builders, do you enjoy FTL? Do you like Grimdark? Let's play some Void War. We're gonna start a new game here. I did one run, which was kind of just the tutorial run and just to learn the systems a little bit. So I have a little bit of, it's called Resonance, kind of meta currency. We're just gonna use the base settings here. We're gonna play as the ship commander, who is an exile. And our name is gonna be Babel. We're gonna play the exile. Confirm. There's a whole bunch of other classes. In this game, your commander, if you die, it's run over. You must survive. As the exile, we have an ancient translocator. Teleport self onto a target ship. There are various ships. I don't have anything else unlocked. As you can see here, there's a B variant of this. Our next ship unlock, we need to reach the 4th sector. I died in sector 3 in my tutorial run, for anyone wondering. So we are gonna run as the Imperial Cruiser A. This is the Triumph of Heaven. This is what it looks like on the outside. Very grim dark. This is what it looks like on the inside. We have various systems. This ship has sensors, a weapon section, a door section. We have the boarding sleds, shields, engines, life support, and the throne. We have to man the throne to be able to jump. It also gives us some defensive bonuses if we're manning it. Ditto with our engines. Everything else pretty much works how you think it would. We will talk about the sled here when we want to board people. So we have 2 people that we start with as crew members. And I think that's what I want to say here. We have the Storm Cannon, which is just kind of a standard 2-shot gun. It takes 12 seconds to charge up. We also have a Bolt Cannon, which charges a little bit faster, but only has 1 shot. They have the same projectile speed, same hull damage. The Storm Cannon has a small chance of fire and minor crew damage. The Bolt Cannon has small chance of hull breach and minor crew damage. A medium chance of fire, though. Okay, so better fire on the Bolt Cannon. Good to know. Okay, let's launch. The God King has fallen. The Empire is in despair. Brother fights against brother as the ruinous cults sweep through the stars. The very fabric of reality trembles before the onslaught of demonic swarms. Deep within the Imperial core worlds, one final hope exists: to rekindle the flames within the vault of souls. To the Empire, you are a blasphemer. To the cults, you are a heretic. Trust no one. Let none stop you from bringing the renegades of this forgotten realm to their destined annihilation. You prepare for the voyage ahead. Okay, step 1, I'm going to redeploy my crew. I want to man shields and weapons. I'm going to go ahead and save station so I can just easily tell them to go back here. And we will start charging our weapons. I don't think that matters because I'm pretty sure when we warp, they turn... you lose your current charge. All right, this is our current sector that we need to get through. Okay, at some point we will be forced to take a shipyard. A mercenary, okay, that would be really nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna plan to hit that in the south. So what do we have up here? A shaman. That's not gonna be useful to us. I don't want to run the Nexus. Okay, we're just gonna kind of thread the needle here. You arrive at the destination in front of a damaged Imperial warship. It immediately target locks your ship and opens fire. Well, that's rude. Okay, so my Storm Cannon. Oh, they're already on fire. Oh, that sucks to be you guys, doesn't it? All right, we're gonna go ahead and fire at their shield room. I'm gonna hold off on targeting the Bolt Cannon because I want to pop the shields before I fire the Bolt Cannon. Get that increased fire chance. Boy, both of those guys are so wounded. You know what? I changed my mind. Give me my assault squad. Those guys are so wounded. All right, load me into the assault sled. Let's launch. We're gonna land here. And I'm actually gonna have my exile use his ancient translocator. And we're gonna teleport to there. What a lucky first fight here, I feel. And we kill them all. The enemy crew's been killed. You search the remains and find a few useful items. We got 37 scrap metal. Beautiful. To all my crew. How nice was that? We did take a smidgen of damage, but we'll heal a little bit every time we jump. You can see that flashing heal here. Let's look at... Well, hold on. Yeah, we're not going to need to spend any time too soon. Let's look at upgrades. So I would like to upgrade our shields. I need 2 pips of shield to go up to 2 shield barriers, and then I would need 2 units of reactor to be able to power that. So let's get the reactor and then 2. No, we can't quite afford it. All right, then we will just hang on to our points. We could get some more. Autopilot gives us some of the dodge chance that we get when we're manning it, even if we're not manning it. I don't think I'm going to do that. Nope, we'll just hang on to those points for now. Let's go ahead and warp again. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This does have crew. Maybe we'll stop there. All right, we'll go this way. Another one that's on fire. You stumble upon a Blood Cult starship in the middle of repair operations. Before you have a chance to react, they activate their weapons and open fire. Okay, they've got 3 points. Okay, let's put a little pressure on them. Do I want to board this and go for kills again? They have a lot of crew this time. We'll see what the fire does to them. Yeah. There's no treasure or anything on the ship. I don't think we're gonna try to board this. I feel like this one's a little riskier. We'll go ahead and just fight. And I do want to keep somebody on my shields to make sure that they don't get that beam shot into me. Is the beam your only weapon? Wait a minute. So you're never going to be able to pop me because you're never going to be able to break my shields with a beam. Boy, you guys, your repairs suck. Okay, I'm not auto-targeting like I should be. Let's go ahead and do that. We're on auto shot. Okay, well, easy win. I feel like we got really lucky on our first 2 encounters here. I love the little graphic of them spiraling out into space. That just does it for me. Okay, 2 units of reactor. Oh, I still am short by 5. All right. I really want that upgrade. Boy, we're gonna get that upgrade and then we're gonna want to spend money here. That's gonna suck. No, I'm feeling this one. Oh, nothing. Your vessel drops from subspace. No other ship activities detected here. You press on. Okay, that sucks. We do not like having empty encounters. All right, well, I guess we'll hit here. Maybe we can get lucky and hire somebody decent. We will. Within moments, you receive a communication request from a nearby starship. It's a supply barge of one of the local merchant guilds. So we'll talk to them. It is said that some husks retain faint echoes of their former selves, their memories twisted and tormented. They serve as a chilling reminder of the cost of pursuing knowledge at any price. Okay, we'll trade. What do you know? We can hire a Blood Witch, who is a Blood Cultist and a Psyker. I kind of want to make this an Imperial run, so I'm not too into that. A Death Cultist, immune to poison, Death Cultist, Psyker. And another Blood Witch. Okay, not super interested. Blood Witch, a Necromancer, who's a Death Cult. And none of that did it for me. And we don't have a Psyker, so there's no point in these. Okay, kind of a womp womp there. We warp on. Okay, now... I do want to try to hit this, I think. So we're going to want to just kind of trail to the south. The bottom of the map. You come across a Corsair vessel undergoing some repairs. They notice you and immediately arm their weapons. You'll never take us alive! Deal. I definitely will not take you alive. You're right. Again, this ship only has 3 HP. They have a thunder cannon. 1 shot, 12 charge time, 2 hull damage. All right, let's see what that does when they shoot before I make a decision here. They don't have any treasure or anything on the ship, so I think we're just gonna kill them. Yeah, they have literally 1 HP left already. I would really have liked to board them, but I don't think I want to chance that. Okay, scrap metal and some munitions. Munitions are used for missiles. We don't have a missile bay yet, so not useful. All right, so we are a ways out. Let's go ahead and do an upgrade. We're going to be so much safer once we get this second shield going. We still have 30 points left, which is great. Okay, warp us. I want to head here, so we need to go. I guess we could go either way. I wonder if there's an upgrade that lets me see what encounter's coming. So I'm just blind jumping these. You're hailed by a Corsair scavenger. She's hauling a sealed shipping container and looking for a buyer. All right, sure. The scavenger accepts your payment and departs, leaving behind a sealed shipping container. Thanks for your patronage. You open the container. Most of it's worthless merchandise, but you manage to find a piece of useful equipment within. We have siege armor, plus 20 HP, immunity to suffocation, minus 25 move speed. All right, continue. We'll go ahead and give it to one of our boarding guys. Okay, so he's going to be slower, but he has extra HP. I didn't call this out, but our Imperial Enforcers also are 90% fire resistant. So if we do get a fire, they will be good at putting it out without taking damage. You come upon a militia depot. They are stockpiling munitions after learning of an imminent Imperial invasion. We could, if we had a launch bay, we could steal some supplies. Or no, I guess we could. You launch an assault sled towards the depot. The defenders are too busy with the interloping raiders to notice. You come away with a number of munitions. 7 munitions. Okay. That's fine. If we get some missiles, we'll have a lot of ammo for them. There's a destroyed merchant ship here. You're able to scavenge some munitions from the wreck. 5 more munitions. We're at 15 munitions. That's a lot. Okay. I do want to come here. We have to hit the shipyard. We don't have a choice. An abandoned shipyard floats into view. It appears to be a safe place to rest. We could heal 10 hull points. We are at full HP. We could heal our injuries. We're at full HP. We could construct a machine slave or get some munitions. Well, you know what? We already have a ton of munitions. Maybe let's grab a machine slave. You scavenged the shipyard for corpses and managed to cobble together a functioning husk. So we have husk. It's a machine slave. These are very weak little units, but they can at least man a station for us. I think we're going to have the husk be in charge of our engines. Move them over there, and we will save stations. That way, when these guys go boarding, we'll still run our engines. All right. Here, hopefully we can hire somebody better after we get some supplies here. You arrive to see an Imperial fleet engaging the local system militia. We could ensure a militia victory. Why would I want to do that if I'm an Imperial citizen? Oh. I'm going to pick that. I would have expected that we would have helped the Imperial fleet. A militia victory seems uncertain. A crew member familiar with Imperial tactics offers vital data to the Imperial doctrine that would greatly tilt the outcome in favor of the militia. You forward the information to the militia commander. Armed with the insider knowledge of Imperial tactics, the system defense militia quickly gains superiority over the Imperial fleet. Grateful for your contribution, the militia assigns a portion of the battle zone salvage rights to you. We got a disruptor. 1 shot, 9 charge time. It's slow and does ion damage. Some scrap metal and some munitions. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade. We're gonna need a point of weapon. Hold on. Before I do that, let's go to the shop first before I spend all my cash. We only have 50, so I doubt we can buy anything juicy. I can put you in touch with whoever you want for a fee. Are you also journeying Coreward? I have encountered others like you, but they never return. Trade? Oh man, Centurion. Oh, I want that so bad. It's 100 scrap, which we obviously don't have. Okay, Corsairs, I'm not interested. I want to kind of stay Imperial. The reason is there's some system mods we can get, the modules here, and they're gonna target different factions. So I want to just have everyone so they can all benefit from the module. If we get one. A beam carbine plus 2 DPS plus 1 DPS in large rooms. That'd be kind of nice. A ballistic shield, that'd be kind of nice. A magna gun. 2 DPS attacks damage all nearby enemies. Immunity to suffocation. Plus 2 DPS plus 2 DPS in medium rooms. Electro baton. Okay, I think we're gonna go deep into our boarding strategy here. So damage all nearby enemies and damage slightly damaged nearby enemies. We're gonna do that. All right, buddy. So this is my heavier guy who's kind of slow. Okay, we'll give you the heavier weapon. And then you get the power axe. All right, we are really set up for boarding now. 5 damage and some AoE, and 5 damage and a lot of AoE. Let's hope we can get some boarding encounters. You encounter a drifting wreck of a transport vessel. Almost nothing remains beyond the outer skin, upon which is scrawled unusual Corsair iconography. You move on. Boo. There's a destroyed cultist vessel here. You're able to scavenge a weapon from the wreck. A Theme. 2 DPS spawns a ghoul on kill. Okay, cool. I guess we will equip it. I'm pretty sure I can take stuff off. Yeah. We'll go ahead and give it to our commander. Just better to have it than not have it. And we're into the Stargate. All right. Our goal here is to get to the 4th zone so that we can unlock a new spaceship. We'll see how we do. All right. So that was our first zone. It's a neutral zone, which is the easiest. We have to go for our first jump either to a war zone or an exclusion zone, being harder and hardest. So I'm going to take the easier of the two, so the Death Cult. Yeah. Zone 2, go. You arrive in the sector besieged by the Death Cult. Once hidden within the apothecaries and medi-guilds of Imperial Society, these craven individuals have shed all pretense and now openly proclaim their allegiance to the Death God. Well, how dare you? Never trust healthcare, apparently. Okay, merchant, crew contracts, and psychometry. Okay, I think we probably want to get a missile system since we have so many munitions. I think we're going to try to head towards that. A derelict ship drifts into you. It suddenly lurches into action as putrid energies spread across its hull. You prepare for battle as the possessed ship orients its guns on you. Yeah, look at this. It's like a demon-infested ship. It has no crew. I do notice it has loot, though. We will grab said loot. Okay, so I would like target shields. We're not going to be overly fancy on this one. I'm just going to fire both. I do think. Okay, do you suffocate? I cannot open while in combat. Oh, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, you immune to suffocation. All right, because of that special armor. So I need a cool. Hop over here, bud. Load crew, fire to the loot. And he's got the chest. Your crew retrieves the contents of the storage vault. 60 scrap, and then we're gonna recall him. How nice is that we had somebody who's immune to suffocation for this fight? Cool. I mean, this is gonna be a little bit of a slow one, but that's okay. But I'm just peeking at other things here. So we have our sensors, our doors, door control, command throne. Yep. I'm gonna assume I can't do upgrades mid-combat. Oh, we got hit. Oh, we hate that. Repair, buddy. You too. In the aftermath, very little value survives the devastation. You gather what little you can salvage. We could choose one. We could get a machine cannon, another piece of equipment, 1 DPS, 3 DPS in large rooms, attacks slightly damaged nearby enemies and slows you down. We don't really need another weapon. I'm happy enough with what we have. Or a missile template, incinerating missiles. I mean, you know. All right, now we just need a missile bay so we can actually fire these things. Before we jump, I want to get this repaired. There we go. All right, back to stations, boys. Warp. Okay, we're heading towards that. Eeny, meeny, we'll go this way. You take fire from an unidentified ship. You notice a strange energy pulsating across the hull and understand it to be under the control of an infernal intelligence. All right, we have another demon ship here. All right, and also I notice we can't see inside. We'll go ahead and double target the shields. I'm actually going to see if we can, if I up my sensor strength by manning my sensors. Okay, it's another empty ship, and there's no loot to steal off of this one. So this is just going to be a straight DPS battle. They have a thunder cannon and a gravitation cannon. Okay, I think we're going to be just fine because we have double shields, and he's firing slow enough he'll never get through both shields. Yeah, and I don't know if the demonic energies can repair the room. It certainly looks like they're trying. So I'll just keep targeting the shields. All right. I feel like we've gotten really easy fights compared to my initial tutorial run. 52 scrap and some extra munitions. All right, before I upgrade, let's go check the merchant. Your ship scanners detect a massive subterranean base on a desolate moon. Its inhabitants contact you. They propose a trade. Each day, the Empire intensifies its effort to quell the growing insurgency. Every day, more citizens turn to banditry for survival. Trade. Okay, we have a template. We have the incendiary missiles. There are other types here, obviously. A disruptor missile, looks like it's ion damage. A terror missile. What do you do? Hull damage, ignore shield, stuns the crew. Or a saber missile. Small chance of fire, small chance of hull breach, minor crew damage. That one seems kind of bad, frankly. We're probably buying the missile bay. Auto surgeon, terror amplifier. Fires a psychic blast that stuns the enemy crew. Ignores shields. Can target own ship. Okay, here's what I was talking about with modules. Plus 10 HP to all Raider Outlaw units, stackable. We don't have any Raiders, so we wouldn't obviously want that. Machine Slaves, that would be him. Death Cultists. Okay, we didn't look out here. None of those are really relevant for us. Let's go ahead and get a missile bay. We get to pick what room we want to put it in. If we put it in the larger room, it's harder to take out, is my understanding. I don't think my missiles are my main strategy for this ship, though. We could put it like here. It also matters where people can board too, but nowhere here is going to be safe. If I put it like close to the sled, at some point my border guy could work it and we could get somebody else to be in here and it'd just make it easier to load my sled. So I think that's the plan. Go ahead and do that. View active missile template. Okay, we actually have two. So we start with the Gladius missile. Looks like it's pretty bare bones basic. And then we got that incendiary. That should be pretty good. Hopefully we can light ships on fire, damage the crew a little bit, and then we'll board them. So I like that idea. The auto surgeon also seems like it would be pretty good if we're going to focus on doing some boarding. We probably need more ship upgrades too, but this feels like yeah, this feels really good. All right. You reach the maximum number of subsystems, max 4. If you install this subsystems, you'll not be able to install any additionals. Do you wish to proceed? I don't know the game well enough to say yes or no, but I will go ahead and say yes. And we're going to put it in the big room so I can heal 4 people at once. There we go. All right. We're kind of all in on this boarding strategy. Okay, subsystems, modules. Okay, I want to hit that point. So I want to trend a little bit down. We'll make that our path. An armed death cult transport takes you for a threat and opens fire. Okay, so what do we got here? We got ghouls, who are very weak little units. They are armed with 3 weapons. I don't love that. Putrefactor fires 2 shots, 17 charge, does toxic gas. A corruptor beam does not affect shields, creates explosive gas. And a graviton cannon. I'm not sure if this doesn't pop shields, we're safe. If this does, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, let's go ahead and target shields as usual. I'm just gonna do both because I'm not gonna micromanage this. I'm gonna wait for the first volley to go, so hopefully they're kind of busy with trying to do repairs, and then we're gonna board them. Okay, those shots are out. You guys get in here. Okay, he's slowing me down, but that's totally fine. Load crew. Launch. Okay, we could try to take out the weapons. We could board and try to take out the shields. I kind of like the idea of taking out their engines or the weapons. Let's take out the weapons. Yeah, look at this. Our dudes are just absolutely machines. Enemy crew's been killed. You search the remains and find the useful items. And we got the chest that was in here too. With the enemy crew defeated, you waste no time in retrieving the vaults aboard their ship. More munitions and an antidote. Okay, recall my crew. Back to stations. What do you want? They want me to give the antidote to somebody. Okay. I guess there's no reason not to. So gain poison immunity to self and nearby allies for 120 seconds. All right, if we're gonna be fighting people who have a bunch of poison weapons, that seems like that'll be pretty good. All right, that was excellent. That was absolutely excellent. You detect a number of death cult vessels coming and going from a nearby moon. Let's investigate. The colony on the far side of the moon appears to be overrun by shambling horrors. The cultist vessels descend on the surface not to rescue the few living survivors, but to collect the hordes of walking dead. Well, actually, we'll rescue the living. Unfortunately, by the time you arrive on the surface, the colony's been totally overrun by the hordes of shambling abominations. Oh. Ooh. I was hoping for a crew member. An abandoned shipyard floats into view. It appears to be a safe place to rest. All right, we could heal 1 point. We could heal our injuries. We could get another machine slave. I don't really want to get another one of those. We'll take some munitions, I guess. Off we go. Okay, I do see they have a chest this time. A Gorgothian Legionnaire. A ghoul. Okay, so this one actually has a little bit of gumption. An armed death cult transport takes you for a threat and opens fire. Okay, so I would like to fire on these shields. We don't shoot. I should have upped my energy so we could do that. I also don't have the energy for my missile. Oh, mistakes were made. I kind of want to do the boarding anyways. 3 DPS and 60, 5 DPS and 80, 5 DPS and 6. We definitely would win. I want that chest. All right, we'll do the same thing as before. We'll stay here until we get our first volley off, or maybe our first good hit, and then we'll zip over. Yeah, he just used a psychic power at me, slowed me down. We had a miss. I don't love that. He has a triple shot on that thing. And then a beam. Okay. Yeah, they're shuffling around a little bit. Okay, let's do this. We don't have to stay there, so. Board me up, launch our assault sled. I just want the loot. He changed his course, he's trying to run away. All right, well, we're not gonna let you. 39 scrap metal and a plasma projector. We want to try to fight this? I mean, we're not damaged yet. We heal some every single time we jump, so we can take a little bit of damage. If we kill everybody, we get better rewards, so... I think we're fine. Yeah, come here, buddy. Okay, stop firing, please. Make sure you're not firing at the ship. Alright, we took a little more damage than I probably would have liked, but 36 scrap and 2 munitions. Okay, and then you know what? We're gonna go in here. How do I use this? Oh, it's been damaged. I see. Alright, hang on a second. I guess we'll do our repairs. I know this says it works once per jump, but I'm not actually sure how to use it. Oh, here it is. Activate medbay. Oh, look at that! Yeah. Okay. I feel way better about my choices already. And then that'll recharge after we jump. We also got a new weapon. 1 DPS attacks all nearby. I don't know if we lose this if he dies with it, but there's no reason to leave it sitting in our... Oh, he can't even have a weapon. Just a tool. Okay. All right, and let's also get some upgrades here. So we need a reactor point and a weapon point upgrade. That lets me turn on our disruptor. Our disruptor, 9-second charge does ion damage. I don't actually know how ion damage works. I assume it just disables what it hits. The disruptor saw its genesis soon after the introduction of energy shielding as an alternative to kinetic weaponry. Okay. We don't have anything else. Yeah. Okay, so we need some more power because I would like to be able to power our missiles. So we'll get another reactor. Turn on our missile bay. We have 60 left. Another shield would be nice. Some extra dodge would be nice. This is only 15. Whereas I would need 100 here and then like another 50-ish to get another shield up and running. So I think we're going to do some engines. So 1 point of energy, 1 point of engines. It's just 5% more dodge. All right, let's do it. I feel like this has gone really smooth, this run. Nothing unusual is happening here. You continue to make your way through the region. Right? I don't like those empties. I would rather have a fight and get something. An Imperial invasion fleet is visible in the distance. They appear to be burning down some space colonies in the system. Attention, colonies of the Empire. Due to your carelessness, an evil taint has been allowed to spread amongst you. Let these cleansing flames be a lesson to us all. Oh, what a heartwarming and message for us all. We could try to stop them. We could assist in the purge. It's weird to me that the Imperial Citizen option earlier had us help the militia, but we'll go ahead and be a good Imperial citizen and help. The Imperial trained crew members help modulate the comms and contact the invasion fleet. The Imperial Commodore supposes you to be a commissioned privateer and permits you to assist in the cleansing action. We got a fortress shield. Reduces enemy DPS by 1. By the time you're able to inspect the interior of the colonies, they're a little more than smoldering husks. You recover a few objects that miraculously survive the searing flames before moving on. Alright. Both of our guys are very... Oh, tool slot. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna give that to our commander, actually. So we still have the antidote. You know what? There's no reason not to have him have this, just in case. Okay, interesting that that was a tool. I do want to go here. Eeny, meeny, mo. Life spins webs of deception, a tapestry woven with threads of falsehood. I, a boil on reality's continents, Rupture the illusion, exposing the festering underbelly that throbs beneath the veneer of existence. Okay, Death Cult. Emo much? Oh, wait, we're not fighting? Excuse me, we're fighting, we're not trading. Okay, I thought that was my trade jump. Alright, that's fine. So 9 seconds of charge, 10 seconds of charge, 12 seconds. Okay, so you go ahead and fire at this. This is looking mighty boardable. Mighty boardable. Okay, we don't need to be gentle. We're just gonna fire everything into the shields for now. Alright, you guys get ready to board. Load, launch. We'll just headshot this. Yep, your throne is mine. Let's actually back off a little bit. I don't want to accidentally the crew. Oh, he locked me in. Alright, well, you can't hurt my ship, so it's fine. Nope. Okay, we take less fire damage, it's okay. Alright, he's dead. You collect what you can from their remains. An arc talon plus scrap metal. Plus 2 DPS while nearby ship systems. Nice. Oh, I get a pick. I think I'd rather have the scrap here. We don't really have another crew member at the moment, so. Alright, back to stations. They'll heal just fine on their own. Work. Okay, I was off by 1. Now we're gonna go to the merchant. An independent trader requests communications with you. They have some items for sale. The techno priests have grown increasingly brazen since the local system defense forces took command. Rumor has it they're even willing to confront warships now. What do you got? Okay, I'm not sure I'm allowed to actually do any of these. Because it said we were full, right? Oh no, it's letting me. Oh, no, I want to talk to you. Chop. Okay, whew. Modules, Death Cults, launch base can load enemy crew. Prioritize enemy crew and deal 140 damage to them when loading. That's hilarious. If you had a well-placed patch, that would be hilarious. Plus 10 HP to all raiders. Dang it, we are not getting what we need. An engineer. He's a machine priest. Suffocation resistance, poison resistance, repair speed. A second one. Okay, here we go. An Imperial recruit. Alright, this would just be a guy I would keep on my ship to run a system. He's better than a Husk. He has more slots than the Husk. You're in. And you know what? I would like to repair. Get our points back. Okay, new recruit. What are we gonna have you run? I think you're actually gonna take over shields. We'll have this guy pretend to run missiles, and really, we all know he's gonna go board. All right, save the new positions. Let's go. Okay, this is gonna be the halfway point if we can make it. Ooh, we like that. You encounter a damaged Death Cult vessel. They start powering up their weapons. Well, that's fine, because we're gonna start shooting them. You are very damaged. You guys are so killable. All right, I'm gonna immediately try. We'll do a volley. We'll see if they survive, and then we'll make a decision. What are you gonna hit me with? Yeah, we can handle that. We can definitely do that. All right, turn this guy off. Let's do auto fire on the disruptor, just to keep him busy. Load crew, fire. We will make that our entry point. Hey, bud. Yeah, we are just so set up for this. Enemy crew's been killed. You search the remains and get stuff. We're gonna recall immediately so I don't have an oopsie. Yeah. Oh, that could have been an oopsie. You destroy enemy ship. Sure did. Okay, with 74 points, can we do anything? I need 100 for another shield, which is what I really want. So I think we're gonna hang on to that. Stargate. You approach the Stargate. All right, we gotta make another jump. We can do an Imperial sector, a Techno Cult, or Techno Cult. Harder now and then easier. I think that's... did I need to reach the 4th zone or beat the 4th zone? Let's do the harder one first. Let's do the harder one first. Just in case I need to beat the 4th zone. Your ship emerges from the boundaries of Imperial vassal sector, while ostensibly one of the more civilized regions of space. The fall of the God King has thrown large swaths of Imperial society into disarray. Remember, guys, we are legally distinct. Don't worry about it. There's a destroyed merchant ship here. You're able to salvage some supplies. That was a nice get. All right, I need to actually look where we're going here. Okay, more crew contacts, some equipment, not terrible. I think I want to do that. I'm gonna go ahead though, and I'm gonna get the shield. So 2 shield, 2 power upgrade. That just makes me feel way safer having 3 shield blips. Okay, that's a very manned ship. It's an Imperial Corvette. You arrive near a dying star. Temperature warnings light up your console. The silhouette of a heavily armed Imperial starship suddenly becomes visible, rapidly approaching your position. Okay, apparently they're firing on us. We were warned that nobody is our friend. All right, so... All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a switcheroo here. I'm gonna fire everything I have into weapons. We're gonna do a volley. And in fact, I think we're gonna go ahead and automate that, make sure they're all firing. We're gonna fire a missile. I don't think we even need to fire the missile. What are you crewed with? Husk. A Marshal, Husk. Yeah, we can totally do this. All right. Let's get our first volley off and then we'll board him. Oh, he also has a missile bay or something. What is that? I'm not sure what that is, but it's firing quickly. Extreme heat warning. Oh my. Are we gonna get fires? All right. Let's see what that actually is gonna do. Okay. Oh, okay, that's what I thought it was gonna do. Okay, that's fine. These guys are mostly fire resistant. All right, now let's board quick before that comes back up. All right, whoa, launch. We're gonna take their shields out via a boarding action. Hey, bud, how's it going? Yeah, see how we immediately damage that down to yellow. Okay, they have plenty of HP left, so I'm not likely to kill their ship on accident. They did lock all the doors, but that doesn't matter too much to us. All right, we'll make our way over. Let me in! Let me in! All right, they're all dead. Continue, recall crew. Go back to positions. Actually, let's not go back to positions. Let's go heal quick. I want to get out of here ASAP, but I also want to take my... Oh no, get out, Husk. Let the people who are mostly fire immune into that. How long has that been burning? Open the door, close the door. All right, back to stations. Let's get out of here before we burn up. All right, mercenary contract. There's a mercenary broker here. It's always important to have a solid crew at your back. We have a set of mercenary contracts on offer. Would you like to see them? Have you ever laid eyes on the Imperial Angel? Some contend they are veiled void abominations, while others insist they are constructs engineered by the Technopriest to impress the Empire's subject. I would sure like to hire a Centurion if that's what you're talking about. Okay, another Marshal. That is what... No, we have Enforcers. Immune to fire, Double damage in rooms that are on fire. Legit, that's actually kind of interesting. We have an incendiary missile. We could light rooms on fire that he's in and he won't take the damage. I am very interested in that. A power hammer. Plus 3 DPS against targets with over 100 max HP. Combat mesh, just some extra armor. A power field, extra HP. I guess they're both HP. And then some, yeah, we still don't have a psyker, so none of these are going to be useful. I am very interested in this guy. I feel like that fits the run just too well. You're in. Now, we even have a weapon at least for you. Okay, and let's give it to you. And where are we going to have him be usually? I think we're going to station him on the doors, even though I don't really care about the doors. Well, but is he going to be... He's not going to be in the main boarding crew, though. All right, we'll have him run sensors. I just don't like how far sensors are on this ship. But that adds an extra sensor strength, which can be useful so that we can always see inside enemy ships. All right, let's do it. What do we got? Unvisited node. High temperatures detected. Okay, I don't think we're going to do a major threat because my goal for this run is just to unlock the other ship. So I'm not going to chance that. So we're going south is what that means. You pass a large number of cargo haulers loitering aimlessly. One of the haulers broadcasts a haranguing speech and is met by the wild cheers of the other hauler captains. Let's steal. The haulers appear oblivious as you launch a series of assault sleds to raid their cargo holds. While most are empty, you end up recovering some useful supplies before moving on. We have some Fetrid rags. Immune to poison, poison DPS +2. I'm not really feeling that one. Yeah, I know I got something here. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing, even though it's kind of a moot point. So we have our Imperial Marshal, who's now immune to poison and fire. That's interesting. All right, warp. Another, oh, an asteroid field. Okay, well, we have to go that way. You arrive within a dense asteroid field. Several small rocks impact your hull. Moments later, your intruder alarms go off. You've been boarded. Oh. An elder blood mage summons a thrall in target room and 2 blood golems. Cannot man, repair, or extinguish. It's demonic. Okay. All right. Part of me was hoping you would try to board me. Yeah, I knew they were going to go for my husk. All right, let's do this. They're attacking my main room. Yeah. I don't want to let him kill my guy. Like I just said, I don't want you to die. Okay, that's fine. I say you said your little summon. The intruders have been eliminated. Recover some equipment. A pulverizer. 2 DPS in small rooms, extra damage to nearby systems on kill. Continue. Okay. Step 1. People who are wounded, please report to the med bay. And we will turn that on. God, that's so good. Excuse me? You are not my ghoul. You're just chilling? Alright, he's just chilling, you know. Take your ghoul to work day. Asteroid pumping off my shields, that's probably pretty dangerous. Let's warp out of here. Alright, heal, doesn't matter which way we go. An abandoned shipyard floats into view. It appears to be a safe place to rest. We're actually fine. I don't think I want another machine slave, so we'll just scavenge some munitions. At some point, we're going to have to start using our missiles, so having a ton is not a problem. Extreme temperature warning lights up your console as your ship emerges in front of a Class M supergiant star. To make matters worse, an Imperial warship has exploited these conditions to set up an ambush. You find yourself immediately under attack. Okay, well, if you're gonna be like that, then I'm gonna fire at your weapon room. And we may fire a missile on this one. All right, my border boys, get ready. All right, head over here. Load, fire. We'll just start at one end and we'll work our way down the ship. Against normal, just like human targets, we just absolutely rock them at the moment. Yep, come fight me, guys. With my AoE damage that I've got. Their ship's on fire. It's not likely to die instantly. Got him. 36 scrap. Recall crew. Okay, apparently I have some fires on my ship. Could we please take care of that? Do I not have people in the right place? Oh, I didn't have him in the right place. Well, let's actually avoid this. That's kind of dangerous. All right, get out of there for a second. Do I dare jump or do I eat one more hit and then try to heal? I think I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat the hit. All right, go to there. Go to there. All right, I'm not gonna eat the hit. Let's get out of here. We'll heal on the next one. You come across a Corsair vessel undergoing some repairs. They notice you and immediately arm their weapons. You'll never take us alive! Alright. Don't threaten me with a good time. Alright, unfortunately, I'm not in position at the moment to board, so we're gonna run over here and heal. Okay, then you guys get ready to board. Alright, you were supposed to be up here. Apparently I didn't save that. But I guess you can go here for now. Ready for boarding. We could just take out... Oh, we can't actually land on their weapons. Alright, we'll do the same thing we've been doing, and we're just going to work our way from one end to the other. These little husks are just going to get absolutely destroyed by us. Yeah, now that your engine belongs to me, buddy. Keeping an eye on their ship health so we don't accidentally... while we're on it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You absolute jerk. No more auto fire, please. There we go. 10 munitions or a survivor. An engineer. Your machine priest. Now we'll take the munitions. Recall my crew. Get into here. We've already healed on this map. Okay, I need to fix this time. So one of you is supposed to be here and one of you is supposed to be there. Let's get to our proper spot so I can make a save stations command here. Okay, there we go. Save stations, warp. Okay, I mean it's a home run, right? We're home free. You arrive in system by a small Imperial outpost refinery under attack by a Corsair ship. We will intervene. Wait, let us go and we'll split the proceeds. No, we learned about your trick last time. Fine, we'll let them go. Just don't shoot. No one has to get hurt. Corsairs engage their subspace drives and jump out. You return to the outpost and are greeted by a crowd of relieved workers. They proclaim you a hero and give you this in thanks. 65 scrap metal. Now, we don't have any shops or anything, so I may as well invest this. Alright, it's going to be very expensive to get to the next shield. We could get some more... Yeah, let's get some more dodge. Okay, what are you poking me? Pulverizer. Okay. No reason not to have it on somebody, I suppose. I need to repair my doors, apparently. Civilian colony is visible ahead. Cannon fire streaks across the void as you realize the colony is under attack. Shield 6. Shield the colony from attack. Do I have shield 6? Yes, I do. Why am I not running my proper power? Alright, we'll do it. You interpose your vessel between the attacking ship and the colony. A multitude of cannon shells detonate harmlessly across your enhanced shielding. Dissuaded by your presence, the attacker quickly turns and leaves the area. The civilian colony is grateful for your assistance. They offer to service your vessel and crew before sending you off with some supplies. Very nice. Yeah, wow, really nice. Okay, before we leave, though, would you guys fix my doors? Also, put the power where it's supposed to be. Okay, now our doors are locked again. Back to positions. Okay, we could go to a corrosive gas detected. I think not. I think not. You detect a small fleet moving away from the burned out remains of an Imperial colony. They bear the markings of blood cults. Several cult vessel transport present themselves as opportune targets. One appears to be carrying a prisoner in a reinforced stasis vault. Another is transporting a group of high-ranking cult members. Let's get the one with the prisoner. I want one of those space seals. That's what I want for my boarding strategy here. Okay, they want to board me, so let's blow up their boarding. How dare you stun me? Auto fire on, auto fire on. We're probably going to launch a fire missile this time. Okay, they're getting ready to board. All right, all hands on deck. They're taking out my life support. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, champ. What are you that you can... Ah, thralls. All right, they're dead. All right, you guys get ready to board. No, you're not the right people. Marshall, you stay here and repair that. You go repair that. Get in here, get in there. Another border. Okay, I see what we're gonna do here. You teleport to there. You two, let's go pay them a visit. They seem to think that's so funny. Yeah, let's take out their shields here quick. I gotta be careful that we don't blow up the ship while they're there. I don't like this little ghoul that wanders around. What are you doing exactly? Oh, it's the ghoul from his dagger killing people. That's where those are coming from. Okay, that makes more sense. You recover the stasis vault and find it enraged war cultist. He attempts to commandeer your ship. Well, you jerk! You jerk! I saved you! I cannot believe that. Alright, well, by commandeer my ship, you mean he's gonna go into my sensor room, I guess. Yeah, give him some pink flames. He likes those. Alright, then you guys head over here for a heal. You go back. Who are you? You're the marshal. You're supposed to be up here. Alright, use my heal. Return to stations. Alright, we'll let them get there and then we'll go. Go. Alright. Now the question is, does this unlock my new ship? Or do I need to beat this zone? I don't know. Unless I get an achievement, I don't know how I would tell. You approach the Stargate. Continue. All right, so 1, 2, 3. This will be a 4th zone. We are going to take the chicken route and take the desolate sector. Just in case I have to beat this one. Oh, ship unlocked the mongrel. There we go. All right, goal achieved. I'm already happy with this run. Everything else is bonus. You arrive at one of the many protostar wastes interspersed across habitable space. Few colonies remain here, and those that do must remain ever vigilant against roving bands of marauders that infest the region. Okay, what do we got? Crew contracts, a merchant, mercenaries. Okay. I do think we're gonna again check the merchant work. Now I'm kind of looking for a psyker. I don't know if we can get Imperials that are psychers or not. Sensors have detected a war cult vessel ferrying supplies. Rather than fleeing, they turn to engage you. Engage me while I'm drinking my tea. How dare you? All right, I see they have a chest of loot, and they are skeletons. This is a problem for them. We will start firing on the shield room. Actually, you know what? Let's have the disruptor hit the weapons. Let's try to vary up strategy here a little bit. All right, now I want to get to here. I guess we'll go via the life support room. We are so good at combat and AoE. Yeah, we're just gonna literally kill everybody. Looks like we win. With their crew eliminated, you waste no time retrieving the vault. We get a power glaive. Plus 2 DPS in medium rooms. Alright, cool. Back to stations. Boy, that was an easy one. Power glaive. Medium rooms. So I assume medium rooms are the 2 tile rooms. I wouldn't want to take off somebody who has AoE on at the moment, though. You, though... No, you. Okay, you can have that. Reduces enemy DPS by 1. Alright, we'll give you... Oh, tool. Okay, he still needs better armor, but this guy's not bad. Not bad, especially in the 2-size room. So if we get bored and we can fight in a 2-size, our Imperial Marshal will be really good there. I wonder if when it says poison DPS plus 2, does that mean I'm now doing poison? I mean, it must, right? We're doing 7 damage with this guy. That is ridiculous. I like it. I like it a lot. There's an abandoned service station here. You would cover a number of spare armor plates. What did that do for me? Tool. Consumable. Instantly restore 5 hull points. Yeah, actually. Who has tools? My husk does. There we go. Hopefully I will remember to use them. I probably won't remember to use them. We're jammed. It might be time to upgrade our sensors. You complete your subspace translation and emerge in a small asteroid belt. A raider starship is visible in the distance. It speeds towards you, deftly maneuvering through the dense clusters of rocks. Its weapons are primed. And we can't see who's in there. Okay, we will fire... I think I'm going to try this spread for a while and see if I like this better. Not knowing what's in there, I'm a little hesitant to hop in. We would probably be fine. And you know what? They have a missile room. I would like it if they didn't have a missile room. So I think I'm going to make it so they don't have a missile room. Hey, boys. Anyone want to fight me in here? Sure, yep. Alright, yeah, as soon as they hopped off their sensors, they lost it. You guys just want to fight? Their DPS is much better than the people we've been fighting. Okay, I gotta be a little bit careful here that we don't accidentally ourselves. I'm not sure exactly what the best way to cancel my targeting is. We're okay. Recall. Alright, and then you guys hop in here. If I didn't have this room, I wouldn't be letting them get so low. You'd only heal like 10-15% of your HP on a jump. I would be very leery to be doing with that. But with this room, I feel a lot safer. Okay, warp. Alright, come on, give me a good contract here. Your ship's scanners detect a massive subterranean base on a desolate moon. The inhabitants contact you. Imperial consorts with the No, Imperials consorting with cultists. Since when did the immortal king grant clemency to those heretics? I don't know, when did he? Blood Witch, a necromancer. Consumables. Okay, unfortunately, none of this is particularly useful to me. We'll do a repair, and that's gonna be it. We're basically gonna be full. You know what? Basically full is not full, though. I could literally have a free get to full. Let's just do it. So I don't have a, oh, if only I had healed, we wouldn't have died. Okay, next. Man, we are ripping through this run compared to my first time. You discover a functional ship armament floating in space, a Devastator beam. Charge time is 18, hull damage per room hit is 2, shield piercing 1, beam length 40, damage reduction per shield pierced 1. Okay, so we could go through 1 layer of shielding and still do 1 damage is what that's telling me. Continue. I mean, there's no reason not to get a weapon online. So to do that, we would need 3 points though. I can't even afford that. All right, I did want to get a point of sensors. We can afford that. And maybe some more dodge. All right, we'll do that. I would like to get this up and running, but I just can't afford it at the moment. Maybe it could take the place of the bolt thing, but we'll see. Shipyard, not going to be particularly useful if I'm being honest. We'll take the munitions. All right, what do we have coming? Mercenary broker, we could go either way. We'll go up. You arrive at the tail end of an Imperial invasion fleet. Several supply stations are visible nearby. We'll secure the supplies. A crew member knowledgeable about the layout of Imperial supply stations helps draw up plans to secure the supplies within. Masquerading as a passing merchant, you're able to approach closely for a boarding attempt. Thanks to good planning, you're able to retrieve a significant quantity of supplies. You make your escape before the Imperial fleet can respond. Well, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Oh, we could up. I didn't even think about that. We could up our subsystem. To an extra charge and extra healing. I kind of want that weapon though, if I'm being honest. Still can't afford it. Let's do 3 quicks of energy. I guess we can play. We can do this. No. Turn you down. I want you on. Dang it, Chief. Oh, there we go. Right click. Okay, we'll try that and we'll see what that does. That is using up all my power. Warp. You arrive in orbit around a barren desert moon. A preliminary scan of the moon's surface reveals a series of geometric tunnels structures clustered around the South Pole, the likely remnants of some long-lost civilization. Investigate. You approach the tunnel structures, but soon learn that every single entrance is sealed. You have no way in. You continue looking around and find a few abandoned supply containers half buried in the sand. You decide to bring them back to the ship. We have a dark matter prison. Teleport self and nearby allied crew to a room. All right, and some munitions. Yeah, that's fine. We could go to an infernal energy detected. I think not. Weapon fire tears across your view screen, narrowly missing your ship. A fearsome Corsair warship is visible ahead. You arm your weapons and prepare for combat. Continue. Okay, so what is your charge time? 18. 12. All right, we're gonna need to time this guy right. So we're gonna target that. What do we have on the ship? Okay, you guys are not the pushovers, so we're probably not gonna try to board you guys. I guess we could board and take out their engines. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We'll take out their engines with the boarding and then we'll just pull back. Load, go to the engines. Okay, we're ready to fire. You should be on auto. Okay, we did what we came for. We'll recall crew. Waiting for those shots to go off. Devastator beam. Right. Oh, I get to aim it. I see. Like that. And you can be on auto. Return to stations. Okay. I could aim that better. Let's do here and go that way. There we go. I understand how that works now. All right, he did do 1 damage to me. Okay, that did not work out well because I didn't have his shields down. Okay, we need to turn that off of auto fire. I'm not sure that this thing is worth it at the moment, at least not with my current setup. That will work. I mean, it is nice when it does work, but our timing's just wrong between these two weapons. We'll be ready for the next one. Oh, I clicked too soon. Okay, I don't think this is it, Chief. All right, boot these ones up, auto fire. All right, let's do it. We're taking a little bit of incidental damage for this. All right, we're gonna do a second boarding. Load us up. Let's take out the weapons. All right, maybe I will end up staying here and killing everybody. That wasn't my plan. All right, somebody get in there. Okay, 1 heavy translocator, or we could get a survivor. Give me the heavy translocator. You two, head to the med bay. Apparently you need to repair our med bay before you can get healed. Okay, that weapon was a little bit of a dud for what we're currently set up for, unfortunately. We also did not get a lot of scrap from this. All right, positions, everybody. And warp. Okay, yeah, I still want to hit that. See if we can get some more people. It would be nice if I could just have my boarding people sitting in the boarding room. You arrive at a jump node, your sensors seem to pick up a few signatures, they disappear too quick to be tracked, you move on. Yeah, we're broke, unfortunately. Alright, talk. The Techno-Cult is not a monolithic entity. It's a tapestry of sects, each with slightly different beliefs on their worship of the divine god machine. Sometimes machine priests of different sects clash over their interpretations, sparking intellectual duels that can turn deadly. Okay. I don't even think we want this thing. Can I sell? Yeah. How do I do that? That's not it. Place here to sell. I'll take the 40 scrap. A berserker who's a war cultist. An imperial recruit. Corsair. Necromancer, Blood Witch. Get some Duraplate armor, an arc rifle, machine rifle. Okay, I will take the Imperial Recruit. I will take that nicer armor. Alright, what do you guys have on? 20 HP, immune to suffocation. Nothing. Well, there you go, friend. That fixes that. Okay, and we have a new friend here. Now, our new friend... I'm going to have you actually go up to sensors. And if you go to weapons, and I think you get stationed over here. And I don't think you need to be doing that. We haven't even fired a single missile yet. Go here, go there. All right. New save stations. So now we're ready to immediately board. I think that's going to make these fights a lot quicker. We have to go into an ion storm. Well, we don't love that. You're caught in the midst of an ion storm. Without warning, an enemy spacecraft emerges on your flank, weapons armed. Yeah, but does he know about my T? All right, let's I don't even need that much power in there. Apparently you needed some. I need to keep a better eye on that. That's a little awkward. Okay, so what do you got? Corsair, 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 Gene Soldier, and Corsair. Okay, so we immediately load. We immediately launch an assault. I think let's just take out their weapons. And then we're gonna fire on their shields with the damaging stuff. And we'll try to do disruption on the weapons. I don't know what deployed was. Was that just me landing? I hope so. Okay, we are absolutely dominating these guys. All right, well, hey, come here, buddy. Oh, I see. Okay, you're the better weapon at hurting people. All right, I'm gonna recall crew. You guys go get your heal. We will try to smash with our weapons those guys. We're not really getting through the shields very well, are we? We might have to do a second board. They healed as much as they can. Are we just literally not getting through it because we keep whiffing? All right, load. Get me in there. All right, let's change our shots to the shield. But they really want those weapons up, don't they? Are you guys, when you launch it? Oh, I see. I clicked here on the room, but you can't do that. You have to click on these. Oh, I see. The sled is already there. That's okay. That's cool. I didn't notice that before. When your sled hits, it actually fills up the position, so you can't do another one there. Okay, that's pretty cool, I will admit. All right, you guys hunt them down, please. You guys gonna keep closing the door on me? Is that what we're doing here? Are you not? Oh, you're... I see, you're ioned. Okay, I'll tell you what. We can translocate to that guy. Hey, buddy. Got the scrap munitions. We'll recall our crew. Standard positions. And we're only getting ion, so it's not a huge hurry. Infernal energy detected. All right, we need to find out what this does at some point. Let's just do it. What do you got? Possessed scout. You tear back into real space and are greeted by a possessed vessel. It suddenly turns its guns on you. Okay, so there's no air over there. Where is my marshal? Immune to poison, immune to fire. Okay, one of my guys is immune to suffocation. A fiend. Spawns fleshlings. I don't love that. Alright, let's see if we can just take this thing out without having to worry about him. We should be able to win a fight if we have to. Yeah, I'll get my immune to suffocation guy ready just in case. This thing only has 2 shields though. Oh! Speaking about that immune to suffocation. Just, yeah, repair that warp in reality, please. It sure looks an awful lot like that thing is repairing. And that's a scary purple thing that just fired at me. What are you gonna do to me? Oh, okay, you're gonna board me. Okay, that's my marshal. That's not the worst. I think we're gonna be just fine. Okay, then they poisoned, so get out of that room. Okay, we'll vent. We'll vent. Okay. Close the doors. Okay, this one feels much more difficult than the previous one. How are we doing? Okay, 4 points left. I kind of feel like maybe we need some more life support if I'm gonna have to start doing that a whole bunch. Come on, let's win this fight before that hits, please. Okay, and we're, well, hold on, I want my reward. Ah! Continue. Oh, good, it disappears. Okay. All right, so my most wounded people. Okay, that's almost everybody, basically. Everyone come down here. We're having cake in the break room. There we go. And then you find out it's the vanilla cake. Ugh. Not even chocolate. Okay, back to stations. I'd really like that I can just have my people ready to go on the siege sledge. You approach the Stargate. Imperial Shrine Worlds. Okay, I did not expect that. You enter a sector containing a cluster of Imperial Shrine Worlds. The adherents of the Radiant Dogma are known for their near fanatical devotion to the God King. They do not take kindly to outsiders. Well, that sounds dangerous. And I'll tell you what, we're going to have to find out what that danger is next time. So I just realized that we've already gone on for quite a while. I hope you can tell that I'm finding this quite fun. It's been a few years, actually, since I played any Faster Than Light, so it's definitely scratching the proper itch. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to leave a like on it, and look forward to the second half of this one coming out in pretty short order, and we'll find out how we do. I've much further than we've ever made it before, and I'm curious to see what we're all going to unlock. We have that meta currency that we're earning, and we'll probably do a second run and check out some different captains and ships, etc., etc. So, oh boy, this feels like a long section too. So we have this zone and one more if we have a successful run. We'll have to find out. So tune in next time. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on the video. If you haven't been subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription today with Void War. If you want to go above and beyond, you can always leave a super thanks in the video. You can always join me live for a super chat. Check out the Patreon or consider becoming a member here on YouTube. All right, builders, get out there and make yourself an Imperial vessel. I'll see you next time. Babble out.